All right, so there's probably a behavior you do, and it's a variant of a behavior you've done in the past that is basically wasting your time. You can easily find another hour a day just by stopping this behavior and catching yourself when you are doing this behavior. This behavior is a function of very intelligent people out in Silicon Valley who have tricked you into doing this every single day. And I'll tell you what that is. Almost, let's say 15 years ago, before the advent of social media, people used to do something that they knew was senseless, but they still did it anyway. And that behavior is going to the fridge and opening it again and again. I'm sure you guys still do this today. You'll go to the fridge, you'll open the door, you'll look inside, there won't be any food, and you'll close it. You'll come back half an hour later, hold the fridge door, open it, look inside, close it again. You'll come again another half an hour later, open the door, look inside, see that nothing's changed, close the door. Now I have a question. You have not gone out and ordered groceries. You have not gone out and ordered food. Your parents have not done that. So how the hell do you expect, somewhat magically, food to appear inside? What do you expect? Do you think that the fifth time you open it, suddenly there will be a cake inside? You know that's not going to happen. You're smart enough to know that. So why are you misled? Why do you still do a senseless behavior? That's because food increases, or the anticipation of food increases dopamine in our brains, right? We want to eat food, right? We want to be able to gorge into something. And we are in expectation of it because you have created a behavior, right, that your brain associates with, that opening the fridge will give me food. You've actually ignored food completely out of this. You're saying that opening the fridge will give me food. Now, I'm not saying you waste too much time opening the fridge and looking at food. But I do know somewhere where you do a very similar behavior which is ruining your life. And that is refreshing your social media feed. Whether it be on Twitter or Instagram or YouTube, you pressing and holding down and seeing that, that loading bar is a toxic behavior, and your brain has again made a misassociation. Your brain has associated refreshing, very similar to opening the fridge, with new content being present, right? Except with the case of the fridge, no new food is ever going to be present. But with social media, new content is always present, right? The people at Facebook and Twitter sitting in Silicon Valley have nailed this. They know that they've created the fridge opening association for you, and they have flooded your feed with new content so you feel good when you refresh. But the truth is, it's useless and senseless behavior because it is not satisfying any part of you apart from your boredom, right? You have 1 hour of extra time a day, or 2 hours or 3 hours of extra time a day where you're actually bored, and you're trying to alleviate that boredom just like you were trying to alleviate hunger by opening the fridge door and by refreshing your feed. Stop doing it right now. And the way to stop doing it is to catch yourself in the act. Firstly, install an app. I'm sure Android does this natively. I think even iOS does it natively, where you can see how much time you're spending on each app. But that's not the important part. Find out how much time or how many times you have refreshed your feed. Ask your parents or ask a friend to track you on a day, or you count by yourself. Find out how many times you've refreshed. In essence, you should not be refreshing at all unless necessary. It's okay to check your social media once in a while, but don't press the refresh button, because this feed is always going to show you something that's recent. Every time you open social media, you're going to see something that's recent. So maybe you want to refresh it once when you just open the app after a while, but any time beyond that is boredom. So this is how you do it. Every session, just one refresh. Beyond one refresh, you are doing it out of boredom. Catch yourself in the act, stop. You are smart enough to figure it out, and you will save 1 to 2 hours a day. That's it for this video. Bye.